Hey everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and man, do we have another in-house fighting on the worldwide leader of sports on ESPN, and it's involving Shannon Sharpe and Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler. Look, Ohio State head coach Ryan Day was on the hot seat going to that Tennessee game. Okay, First Take last week talked about it, basically saying should Ryan Day lose his job if he doesn't get the job done beating Tennessee and advancing further in the college football playoffs, because Ryan Day, prior to the game, their last game, they lost to Michigan, and the Ohio State fan base and just overall brass and trustees, everybody, they didn't like that. So there was swirling. Ryan Day was feeling the pressure. So I thought it was a fair question. I thought it was a fair topic, because I even made a vid because they even talked about bringing on Deion Sanders if Ryan Day can't get the job done in these college football playoffs. Kirk Herbstreit after the game towards the end of the game, and Chris Fowler has some things to say. I'm gonna play a clip of what they had to say, and I'm gonna play Shannon Sharpe's response, and I'm gonna get back to you guys.
When you hear pundits on this network and other places talk about that with certainty, it's nonsense, frankly. I mean, the public doesn't pull the trigger and get rid of the coach.
No.
The administrators do, and they're behind them.
Yeah. First Take tried to fire him. They thought he was done. So I'll be excited to see what they talk about on Monday after this performance. They had him out. They're trying to find replacements. But here he is. He's still got his hat on. He's still coaching.
Steven, I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to be a good teammate. I'm going to let it slide. Everybody's at ESPN, because had you not taken the route you taken, I would have lit their ass up. But I'm going to let it slide. You know what, guys? Congratulations, Ohio State. You won the game. But, hey, if we're going to be on the same team, if we're going to work for the same network, don't do that. Kirk, Chris Fowler, I promise you, if you ever mention anything, any platform that I'm on again and talking about, I wonder what they're going to say in negativity, I promise you, ESPN ain't got enough bosses to keep me off y'all for what I'm going to say. So I'm going to let y'all slide today. I'm going to turn it over to D.O. before I get myself in trouble. But don't play with me. Go ahead, D.O.
Okay, so you heard Shannon Sharpe's response to Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler. I don't really know what to make of this. I really don't know whose side to take on this. I think Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler were just kind of like, at least Kirk Herbstreit, I thought he was kind of, tongue-in-cheek. Chris Fowler seemed a little more serious. And, their response, does put First Take in a weird position when it's brought up on their show to defend it, okay? So when Shannon Sharpe addresses it, because he goes after, he speaks right after Stephen A. Smith speaks about it. And I don't know, man. I think, I don't know. I just think it wasn't fair for them to call up the show. I know whether you like First Take or not, it is a debate show, okay? When Shannon Sharpe's response seemed so serious, because I had to listen to it again a couple of times, I think Shannon Sharpe just didn't like the fact that they were, coming after the show, basically. It was like almost making a mockery of the show, even though a lot of people, you can make the case that ESPN First Take is a joke in itself and a mockery as well. But that's not how they view it, okay? Their show gets all the views, all the ratings, all that stuff too, okay? So, Shannon Sharpe didn't take a liking to that, okay? It comes across as very, threatening, but not in the threat of terms of like getting physical or nothing stupid, but threats of like, look, if you're gonna run your mouth on while you're talking about college football or covering college football games, and you're gonna bring up our platform within the same network, then be prepared for how we respond and how I will go in on any of your opinions and stuff like that. So what's fair is fair. Whether you like Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler over Shannon Sharpe at First Take, that's totally fine. But you gotta, you gotta, if you can dish it, then you gotta be able to take it. Okay. This is getting crazy now at ESPN. It really is. I get a sense that Stephen A is not liked that much. I mean, everybody's gonna try to maintain, be professional. Shannon Sharpe, Stephen A. Smith may not be liked. Okay, there's definitely, I feel like stuff like this is a clear divide. Okay, it seemed like what Kirk Herbstreit said, what he said. It felt like he was speaking for a good portion of people who don't like First Take. Okay, and Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe, they're gonna defend their platform. Okay, and I'm okay with Shannon Sharpe. When I heard it again, I really don't have too big of an issue with Shannon Sharpe had to say, because Shannon Sharpe was taken from a professional standpoint. Okay, like if this is how, basically the tone that I got from Shannon Sharpe is that if this is going to be the president going forward, you know what I'm saying, then be prepared for it. Okay, if he hears something like this again, Steve Smith was much nicer, but I mean, like, if he hears something like this again on a platform that he is on, and you're gonna talk about him and talk about their platform and the topics they talk about in a negative way, because let's not act like Ryan Day was not in a hot seat. Okay, them talking about his job was not a pie in the sky topic. If Ryan Day had lost that job, if Ryan Day had lost to Tennessee, nobody would be shocked at all if Ohio State had fired Ryan Day. Okay, and look, Kirk Herbstreit is not up to the people in media or the Ohio State fans. Well, yes, it is actually for Ryan Day's job. Okay, the fans, the boosters, all that have a say. The fans get loud. Okay, the boosters want to maintain fans coming in. They don't want to have any issues with head coaching. They want to make sure that they have the right guy, the right job to maintain a competitive team, especially in beating Michigan, right? But Ryan Day did his job and say they beat Tennessee, saved his job. Okay, I didn't think they need to bring up First Take and all that, because it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback when Tennessee is getting stomped out by Ohio State. So Shannon ain't playing no games. Okay, whether you like Shannon Sharpe or not, he's going to stick up for the platform he's on, and I think that's what everybody should do. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like First Take called out Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler, though. You know what I'm saying? But they felt the need to call them out, and I felt like it was a valid topic, because if Ryan Day had lost a job, people were talking about Deion Sanders joining. So I really didn't see an issue with what they were saying. They weren't really calling for his job. They were just saying, look, Ryan Day has underperformed to Ohio State standards. Okay, and it's very possible that they could be going in a different direction. And because Tennessee lost in the way they did, Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler felt the need to take a dig at First Take, and Shannon Sharpe wasn't taking exception to that. Like I said, whether you like Shannon Sharpe or not, Shannon Sharpe is going to defend it, and that's the thing. Like, does Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler want to open that box? And that's the sense that I got. And Shannon's like, nah, I want to close it. But if you want to open that box, we can go toe-to-toe. And if we want to have these in-house fighting within the network, which he doesn't really want to do, he will do that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people will like it, okay? We've seen Ryan Clark and Pat McAfee. He didn't go at Pat McAfee, but going at Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show. You saw how the contentious that has gotten, and still probably can get more contentious, right? And then now we're going to have this with Shannon Sharpe, First Take, and Kirk Herbstreit. It's great theater, great entertainment, but you clearly are starting to see there's problems within the network. Guys aren't liked. It's okay that guys aren't liked, but now now it's starting to show. It's starting to bleed, right? It's starting to show out in these other programmings on ESPN. Man, it's only going to get much worse, right? So, I mean, there's been articles out there that Stephen A's not liked, that Shannon Sharpe's not liked, and, could be some jealousy with Stephen A. Smith about to be the highest paid person on ESPN, right? And is Kirk Herbstreit having an exception to that? Is this a way of kind of bringing you back down? You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Crazy what's going on right now at ESPN, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.